So a deer had stopped early one day at a mountain pool to refresh itself. And after it stopped for that drink, it paused for a moment and the water smoothed over and became a reflective surface. So the deer took advantage of its reflection in the mirror and went over itself with somewhat of a critical eye. It started from its magnificent antlers that spread out, and they were very large and beautiful and well formed. And the deer thought, those are truly magnificent antlers. And then it liked its eyes because its eyes were nice and round and beautiful and soft and reflected the light properly. It wasn't quite too happy with its muzzle because it thought that its nose might have been a bit too big. And as it worked its way down, it decided it had a very smooth, elegant neck and a very big, massive chest that was nice and muscular. But as it worked its way down, it was looking at its very thin legs compared to the rest of it. And it thought, these legs just are terrible. They're my least beneficial feature. And I'm really embarrassed of my legs and my hooves. Well, as it stood there rather, watching its reflection in the pool, it failed to pay attention to its surroundings until almost too late. When the blast of a hunter's horn sounded and he heard the barking of the hounds that were entirely too close. So at this point, faced with this emergency, it began to run. It took off, and its legs that it hated so much carried it across the fields, and it was keeping pace with the hounds. They were close, but it was managing to keep ahead of them just enough. And then it decided it would be a good idea to dodge into the forest to escape the hounds and the danger of the hunters. Well, as it went underneath the low-hanging branches, its antlers caught in the tree branches. And soon, through fear and, just circumstance, it became entangled to the point where it couldn't move at all. Now, this story doesn't have a very happy ending, especially for the deer, which goes to show that you really shouldn't focus on one aspect of yourself and really downplay any other wonderful features that you might have. Because, I guess you could say this a different way, that simply because you have a wonderful antlers doesn't mean that won't attract more problems than solutions.